Since the dawn of time, we've been attuned to story. We've been sharing stories with each other. And the reason that we are adapted to stories so well is that we were always migrating and experiencing new situations, new dangers, new things, new foods, new things to watch out for. Listening to somebody's story mentally brings us into that story where we put ourselves in the main character, in their shoes. We can experience what they told us so that we don't actually have to go and experience that same danger. So by listening to story and really like becoming neurologically part of that story, our bodies allowing us to learn without having to go through the actual school of hard knocks. So this works for danger, but it also works for healing. So as you listen to these stories, see if you can really like make your imagination as colorful as possible. Bring yourself there. Imagine your body moving. Imagine the textures of the environment that you're at. So I'd like to share another story with you, and this one is going to bring you out to a camping trip under the night sky with friends. All right. This one is 6 minutes here.
We are gathered in a clearing in an evergreen forest on this cool summer night. The campfires died down to a warm glow. My friends and I slide our seats a little closer to the fire. Earlier in the evening, the fire danced and sparks launched upwards. We talked throughout the evening, laughing together as we shared our stories of our adventures. The evening matured and the sky darkened. Sunset transformed into twilight. The evening star, Venus, rose brilliantly in the east. The sky continued to deepen into a rich sapphire. Inky silhouettes of fir trees visible on the horizon. We looked up into the velvet black sky. One by one, stars appear until the sky is sprinkled with millions. Strewn with innumerable stars, the night sky guides our minds from any remaining thought into the awe of beingness and our humble place in this universe, in this moment. My friends and I are silent now. The warmth of the fire draws our gaze back to its glowing red embers. Circled around the campfire, we warm our hands in its radiant glow. The fire crackles faintly. The glow of the coals pulses as if living bands of heat are traveling through them. The pulsing heat through the carbon of the coals reflects the life force pulsing through the carbon of my body. The fire mesmerizes me. Someone uses the poker to gather the coals together, and a shower of sparks float up, until, one by one, they disappear into the stars. We have moved yet a little closer to the fire as it dies back. I feel the chill of the evening curl up against my back. The gathering is beginning to wind down. Some of my companions have already slipped away into their sleeping bags. The growing cool wraps around me, inspiring me to make the primal effort of moving to my final shelter for the night. I stand tall, stir the fire one last time, and gaze at its glowing red galaxy of embers. Absolute blackness fills the gaps between the dancing red-hot coals. I tell my friends good night and amble just a few feet away to the other side of the tree where I had set up my bedroll. I climb into my sleeping bag and gaze up through the sparse branches to the stars above. A blanket of stars shimmers above me. I stare dreamily into the night sky and relax deeply.
So it may have been a while since you've last climbed into your sleeping bag out under the stars, but hopefully that gives you that feeling again of how connected we are with being on just this one little beautiful blue dot in the universe, and how wonderfully, perfectly appropriate that we belong here now, how we're a part of that full beauty and that full greatness. Our very breath, the pulsing of the energy of our very heartbeats, like that fire that sparks out into the universe.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing with us.